Let's do this.
Ohio just hit the next stage of its next-gen 911 rollout with 15 more counties connecting. Do you want to know how it works and why Columbus had to play mad scientist first? That's coming up next on TiPS, Today in Public Safety.
Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Here's your host, Fletch, with today's tips.
Welcome to TiPS, Today in Public Safety. This is Fletch. I'm a certified NENA ENP, and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday each week, I'm bringing you the latest news and information about public safety, next-generation 911 services, and solutions. In this episode, we're talking about Ohio's statewide expansion of NG911, moving forward from pilot to powerhouse across 25 counties. All right, let's break it down, simple, snackable style. For my listener base that's not in public safety, what is Next-Gen 911? Well, you can think of classic E911 as a flip phone. Voice only, limited data. Next-Generation 911 is your smartphone. Text, video, location, even medical info if you opt in, and all of that right at the dispatcher's fingertips. Now, Ohio tested this in 10 counties initially and experienced no major hiccups with the deployment. That's important because Next Generation 911 is more complex, touches more components, and even brings new training requirements. So when you go to deploy an entire state, it's important to do a trial first and find all your pain points. But that phase is over, and now 15 more counties are joining, from Allen, Belmont, and Fairfield all the way to Vinton. That'll bring the total to 25. So what's the big deal? Why does this matter? Well, think about it. Imagine you're texting 911 during a car crash. NG911 captures your location, maybe video of the crash, and potentially your health profile. The dispatcher, and more importantly, the emergency services dispatch solution, gets all this data in real time and is able to make intelligent recommendations for fire, EMS, or law enforcement much faster. That prevents you from sending too much, wasting resources, and from not sending enough. And that makes the entire process faster and more efficient. What was Ohio Governor DeWine's take on this? He said that protecting citizens is government's most important job. Next Generation 911, when Ohioans hit that panic button, makes sure that the right help arrives. Stat. It's really a sweeping change for public safety response. Like swapping your horse and buggy for a Lamborghini. You still get there, but way faster. And with GPS to help you, speakers to entertain you, and even some cup holders for the ride. So what's the big picture? Well, this is Ohio's leap forward with yet another state looking at full NG911 deployment and coverage. Now with the network in place, everything from commercial businesses to hospitals and utilities can all join this network, which will provide incredible amounts of collaboration across nearly any emergency. Next Generation 911 enables interoperability between agencies, critical data sharing, and maybe even video verification. And for dispatchers, a more efficient work environment, new training, and some brand new gear. And hey, they deserve it. They're the heroes behind the scenes that make it all happen. So that wraps up this episode of TiPS, Today in Public Safety. I hope the podcast has been educational and you learned or picked up something new. If you like what you heard today, be sure to mash that like button and subscribe, and be sure to tell all your friends. And don't forget to leave a comment, let me know what you liked and didn't like. And if you've got any questions or want to suggest a topic of your own, just reach out to me at Fletch911 on social media. Who knows, maybe your idea will be featured in a future podcast. Well, that wraps it up for today. Thanks so much for listening. And if you're in public safety, thanks for what you do every single day. Stay safe. Take care.
You've been listening to TiPS, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Hosted by Fletch and available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on 911tips.com. That's 911tips.com. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to join us each week for the latest on NG911. I am Spider Harrison, the official 911 voiceover dude. Catch me on Sirius XM on various channels, including 90s on 9, the 10 spot, and on the Weekend Countdown on Hits 1. Or don't regret it for the rest of your life. Either way, I'm good.